October, 1869. A droshky passes slowly down a street in the Haymarket district of St. Petersburg. Before a tall tenement building, the driver reins in his horse. His passenger regards the building dubiously. "Are you sure this is the place?" he asks. 63 Svitchnoy Street, that's what you said. The passenger steps out. He is a man in late middle age, bearded and stooped, with a high forehead and heavy eyebrows that lend him an air of sober self-absorption. He wears a dark suit of somewhat démodé cut. "Wait for me," he tells the driver. Beneath scarred and peeling exteriors, the older houses of the Haymarket still retain some of their original elegance, though most have by now become rooming houses for clerks and students and working folk. In the spaces between them, sometimes sharing walls with them, have been erected rickety wooden structures of 2 or even 3 stories, warrens of rooms and cubicles, the homes of the very poorest. Number 63, one of the older dwellings, is flanked on both sides by structures of this kind. Indeed, a web of beams and struts crosses its face at mid-level, giving it a hemmed-in look. Birds have nested in the crooks of the reinforcing, and their droppings stain the facade. A band of children who have been climbing the struts to lob stones into puddles in the street, then leaping down to retrieve them, pause in their game to inspect the stranger. The 3 youngest are boys. The 4th, who seems to be their leader, is a girl with fair hair and striking dark eyes. "Good afternoon," he calls out. "Do any of you know where Anna Sergeyevna Kalenkina lives?" The boys make no response, staring at him unyieldingly, but the girl, after a moment, lets fall her stones. "Come," she says. The 3rd floor of number 63 is a warren of interconnecting rooms giving off from a landing at the head of the stairs. He follows the girl down a dark, hook-shaped passageway that smells of cabbage and boiled beef, past an open washroom to a grey painted door which she pushes open. They are in a long, low room, lit by a single window at head height. Its gloom is intensified by a heavy brocade in the longest wall. A woman, dressed in black, rises to face him. She is in her middle 30s. She has the same dark eyes and sculpted eyebrows as the child, but her hair is black. "Forgive me for coming unannounced," he says. "My name—" He hesitates. "I believe my son has been a lodger of yours." From his valise, he takes an object and unwraps the white napkin around it. It is a picture of a boy, a daguerreotype in a silvered frame. "Perhaps you recognize him," he says. He does not give the picture into her hands. "It is Pavel Alexandrovich, Mama," whispers the child. "Yes, he stayed with us," says the woman. "I'm very sorry." There's an awkward silence. "He was a lodger here since April," she resumes. "His room is as he left it, and all his belongings, except for some things that the police took. Do you want to see?" "Yes," he says hoarsely. "If there is rent owed, I am of course responsible." His son's room, though really only a cubicle partitioned off from the rest of the apartment, has its own entrance, as well as a window onto the street. The bed is neatly made up. For the rest, there is a chest of drawers, a small table with a lamp, a chair. At the foot of the bed is a suitcase with the initials P.A.I. embossed on it. He recognizes it. A gift of his to Pavel. He crosses to the window and looks out. On the street, the droshky is still waiting. "Will you do something for me?" he asks the girl. "Will you tell the driver he can go now? And will you pay him?" The child takes the money he gives her and leaves. "I would like to be by myself for a while, if you don't mind," he tells the woman. The first thing he does when she has left is to turn back the covers of the bed. The sheets are fresh. He kneels and puts his nose to the pillow, but he can smell nothing but soap and sun. He opens the drawers. They have been emptied.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.